over 10 or 12. Recall that range method typically we use the small sample range that is used to estimate the standard deviation. When the sample size is getting larger, like greater than 10 or 12, and which can be estimated by using standard deviation or sample size, and the sample size is changed from sample to sample. Sometimes it is 6, sometimes 5, sometimes 12. Its sample size varies. There's a two scenario when the standard deviation must be can be used. The first scenario is the larger. Second is sample size.
不一样的叶子。
When sample size varies from run to run. So can as the so this section we illustrate the construction and operation of X bar and S control charts. So we also show how to deal with the variable sample size and discuss alternative to the S chart. So this is center line. So this is X bar chart, center line. The X double bar plus A3 and plus A3 and minus A3. This is S bar. This is S bar. This is for the S chart, the B4 and B3. So you can check back of the table. On the back, check the lookup table.
table 多少？还是 S chart？ S chart。
You know the page number? Yes. It's on the page 812, 812. Is that? 812. Yes, there's a lookup table. There's a B4 and B3. B3 and B4, right? This is for the S chart. So when sample size is small, there's a lower bound 0. Do you see that? B3 and B4. And A3 is on the third column. This is A3. You see that?
Yes.
So development of the control charts. Then if the not standard is given sigma, so then it must be estimated by analyzing the test data. So for each sample, there's an n. So for each sample, the SI can be computed. I equal to 1 first sample, S1. Second sample, S2, S3, S4 until Sn. So take the average. So however, the S bar divided by C4. Let me give you a note. This is unbiased estimated. So when we using standard deviation, use delta sigma need to be adjusted by C4, this parameter. So that is to say the S bar directly not equal. So, gentlemen, last, it is not an S bar solely is not an unbiased estimator for the standard deviation. Then if the sample size, expected value, R bar divided by D2 is equal to sigma. Remember, when we're using the range, the R chart used for the approximate monitoring, R bar divided by D2 is our unbiased estimate. When we use the S, we need to S bar divided by C4. Very important now. So the upper control limit, the center plus the 3 standard deviation, and then HR. So this is the square root 1 minus C4 squared. So and this is center, this is bar divided by C4. So usually define the constants B3 and B4. Then equal to the 1, we just factor out S bar. This is the 1 plus the 3, 1 over C4 square root of that, and the 1 plus 3 over C4 square root of that. So this produces a control limit in equation 6, the 6.27. Yeah, and then, okay, then this is the standard deviation for this. Standard deviation, the standard deviation of the S bar. There are some details now they can be reviewed. So look at the bottom of the page 243. 243页的倒数第3行，我们看看。So the standard deviation of the S is the sigma times the 1 square root of the 1 minus C4 squared. You see that? So the standard deviation of S, standard of S. Of S. So this is originally this is sigma, and it is replaced by S bar divided by C4. So where does it come from? Do you see that? Sorry. Right here. The page 243. Page 243. You see that? Page 243. It's the same question right here. So we're almost done. Okay, example 6.3. Example 6.3. Construct and interpret X bar and S chart using the piston ring inside diameter measurements in table 6.3. So the average, the grand average and the average standard deviation can be calculated based upon this. This center, this is the S bar. So respectively, consequently, the parameter for X bar directly just calculate based upon the lookup table on the A12 on the back of the textbook. Just reassure. So this is X bar A3 and A4. So what is the sample size for this example? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just put into the table. To make yourself to be assured, you can find this number. This X bar is 7 point something, and A for S bar is a 0.0094. So to make sure you can find this number, 1.4427. Make sure you can find this number. Can you find this number on the back? Hello. Everybody, check this number. Can you find that? 照好节目找到 Okay, got it. Okay, and equal to 5? Yes. Then the upper control limit, lower control limit. Also, gentlemen, then check the B4, right? B3 and B4. To make sure you find the 2.089 and 0. Make sure you. Can you find that? Okay. Why this is 0? Why this is 0? Can the standard deviation negative? No. So the lowest bound going to be 0. So the second, control chart showing the figure 6.7. There's no indication that the process is out of control. So this limit could be adapted for the phase 2, like this. Yeah, this. So we first like to look at the S chart. So yeah, it looks okay. Every point with the up and down quite randomly. Then we look at the S bar. Yeah, it's quite behave and fluctuate randomly around the center. So 6.3.2. computer science 来的同学，你有没有跟上 ？Hello， 你这次考的怎样？理不理解？理解题目吗？还是理解还都理解？那写的怎么样？老师说了，没关系啊，我没关系。啊？不太理解，没关系啊，当掉再下来。正常啊，因为我以前念大学也常当，还好。重点不是过跟没过，重点是有没有学会，对不对？念书不是就这样吗？是不是？多修几次，对不对？也听得清楚嘛。观念要正确啊，因为说你这60分过，你到公司去上班，我就碰到一个学姐，然后她就毕业以后到公司上班，就一直密我说你到底怎么回事？她说老师，我现在在行政，我说很好啊，那个大公司上市柜，我说赵老师啊，你有没有奖励啊？我说你书有没有买？他说有买，那我书呢？他说我就卖给学弟妹。我说你活该，我告诉你，我根本就不理他。这书怎么可以卖呢？这个书这个一辈子的朋友怎么可以卖？我跟你讲，尤其这本书生管就算了，这本品管，将来谁卖生管？
没有，我们
连生管都没买。好了，不管。品管这本书，将来业界也是用这本书。不要卖，不要丢，拜托一下，否则你将来回来找我不会理你。Okay. X bar and S chart are relatively easy to apply in cases where sample size are variable in such a case. That means the sample size changes from run to run. So that is to say we can calculate if n is the number of observations, we use ni divided by ni xi. So this is like that. For example, the idea is like for example,吃饭45分跟我讲。4, 6, 5, 7, and 5. Okay. Then this is N1, this is N2, 好，不要讲话。N3, N4, N5. You can see that sample size differs from run to run. So it's quite difficult to deal with by using the traditional way we just introduced. Then since the sample size matters, so we're going to have a different weights. So how can we do that? This is 4, right? Divide by the total. The total sample, this is 12, 70, 23 plus 27. Right, done. This is 6, 27, 5, 27, 7, 27, 5, 27. Then we do. This is a weight. This is a weight, right? And then times x1 bar times x2 bar times x3 bar times x4 bar times x5 bar, x5 bar. Then just add them together. Then equal to this one. We give the weight to each sample based upon how large the sample is evaluated. If you get a larger sample size, you get a larger weight. 不要一直看手机，头一直低着干嘛？你在干啥？你呢？看着他手机告诉我什么讯息？
那个学校。
有那么重要吗？四组都踢完了，对不对？你要看手机，今天晚上2点半再过来跟我一起看，好吗？
你收到。
类固醇，养婷去我就去，好不好？
杨婷，
养婷不会去的。对。So, if this is true, then the S bar, take the square root of that, then this is Ni. Yeah, let me elaborate a little bit. Take the square root. Summation I, starting 1 to n, this is the sample point. This is Ni minus 1. Since there's a corresponding degree of freedom with respect to that SI squared. Times summation Ni minus 1, I starting 1 to n. Yeah, what's wrong? What's wrong with this? No problem. So for each standard deviation, or sample variance. What is the degree of freedom for corresponding Ni minus 1? The Ni minus 1. So totally, what is the degree of freedom? So this is the weight. This is the 48分多，因为我要去淡江。Okay, sure. So this is what and I. So for each sample, the weight is Ni minus 1 summationally. So this is the individual divided by the total sample. Then, so this is Ni minus 1. So this is summation I starting 1 to n. This is Ni minus 1 totally minus 1. How many times? Actually, n times. So this is where does this come from? The same. We give the weight, and the sample average also give the weight to calculate the average or grand standard deviation. 班长，问题，没问题。没有。确定吗 ？OK。Okay, this sample, then just you can see that, gentlemen. This sample size they vary, they average. So they have a different sample sizes. Then look at that. You can see that sample size, different sample size. They have a different upper bound and lower bound. Do you see that? The same. Okay, then this is this. See that? Okay, I will need to use the next. Okay, 6.3.3. I stop here for today. Okay, remember next week you need to be here. You need to be present at the right time next week. My teaching assistant going to play the video, so you need to listen to what I'm saying. Okay, sure. Okay, thanks for your cooperation. I totally understand this is not that easy. Okay, then give the role. I told today that before we leave, homework. 可以2点半带过来写就可以。哦，刚才问吗？刚好不能问，好吗？老师会去我就带来问。好。等一下哈。你不会去 ？Chapter 6。那我可以。丢个铅笔。那你need to use it. 六支。Hey, gentlemen, if possible, try to use a mini tab as best as you can. Do not use a hand calculation. And then you just print out those computer printout. You copy paste into the A4 and type it, or use a hand writing to explain why. So where did you get those numbers? To answer this question, you use a highlighter in the computer printout to tell the teacher assistant where did you get those answers from. 6.4. 6.8. Okay, 6.9. That's great. Thanks for your recommendation. 6.13. And hold on. No, this is way too much. Okay, 6.45. 45.
昨天快，很后面。That's it. That's it.
And the 6.35. Okay, that's it.
Thank you.
Alright, then I see you next week. However, I will be in Australia, and so if you have any question, you can just send a message through the line to me. Okay, see you.